What's good, YouTube? This is Sean Shorty, back at it again with another NBA 2K18 video, and today we're going to see how the top 10 best point guards of the NBA right now can stack up against all the other great talents of the NBA. So looking at the roster, we have Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, John Wall, Damian Lillard, Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Lowry, Mike Conley, and lastly Kemba Walker. So looking at this team, I feel like these guys represent the top 10 best point guards of the NBA, but you guys can let me know in the comment section down below and comment what you think about this top 10. Did I get this team right? Did I get the best point guards of the NBA right? Just comment down what you think. So looking at the lineups, the starting lineup, we have Kyrie Irving at point guard, Curry at shooting guard, Chris Paul at small forward, Westbrook and center, and John Wall playing as our big man, and the rest of them is basically our bench. So obviously, point guards, we're gonna have a weakness in rebounding and defense against big man, but I feel like Westbrook and John Wall, they can play big man because I feel like they're the most athletic out of all these point guards, and also they have the physicality to go up against them. Not 100%, but you know, at least challenge them a little. And Chris Paul, he can guard small forwards, not the Giannis's and Kevin Durant's, but he can guard the mediocre teams like the Pelicans. They have Quincy Pondexter, so he can guard him. And then basically all the other players besides Conley, they're basically offensive weapons. So our offense is not going to be bad. It's just the defensive rebounding that's going to be a huge problem for this team. Looking at it. So now I chose the Bulls to replace and use these players because, you know, the Bulls, they're the worst team right now on this day of this recording, but so it wouldn't really affect like the other teams like the Warriors, OKC, because they have like superstars, and the Chicago Bulls, they don't. So getting that all the way, let's start simming to the end of the season. So we know Curry, he's like the #1 option on the team. I mean, he has Kevin Durant, but I feel like Curry is the #1 option, and that just leaves questions like, how will the Warriors play without Curry? Because we never seen Curry get injured. We seen Kevin Durant get injured, and Curry lived up to the expectations and carried the team in the offensive load. But we never seen Curry injured when, but we never seen Curry injured and Kevin Durant playing, so that leaves a huge question like, can KD carry the Warriors? Because he was playing with Russell Westbrook. I mean, Russell Westbrook doesn't have the shooting capabilities as him, but I don't know, it just leaves a question because can KD, because Draymond and Klay Thompson, they don't handle the ball as much as KD. I don't know. I'm gonna choose that. But anyways, yeah. And also like John Wall, you know, at least these guys are like the first options on their teams. So it leaves their sidekicks, their Robins, like the Bradley Beals, not Marcus Gasol, but probably like Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and those type of players. He leaves a huge question mark too on like how good will they play. Like, will they be as good without John Wall and these Currys and these Westbrooks? Hold on guys, there's a huge problem. I don't know what to do. Alright, so we fixed it. So like, yeah, so obviously super teams, this is a super team, but are these players getting meshed well? Like, we see the Warriors, their team chemistry, it's just, they're unstoppable. But looking at OKC, you know, like, also the way they play, it affects their winning, but it's also the team chemistry and like their skills. Cause Carmelo, he's more of an isolation player. Russell Westbrook is more of an isolation player, and that doesn't really fit. And also the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, they ISO. So looking at the super team, can they play together in the playoffs, especially because in the playoffs, that's where it gets harder. The skill gets harder. So yeah, but I feel like some of these guys like Mike Conley, Damian Lillard, these guys are underrated, and I feel like if they were in a different team with other skilled players like the Clippers, if like Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, they didn't really fit because there was chemistry problems. Exactly one of the things I was talking about, chemistry. Would you like to stop somebody? No. But looking at the Timberwolves, if you had like a Damian Lillard there, that would just make a super team. Like the Warriors, offense is gonna be deadly. But what also makes the Warriors special is their defense, and that's what everybody doesn't see, that the Warriors can play both sides good. And with these super teams, their offense can be good, like the Rockets. You know, the Rockets, they have a huge offensive power, but their defense is just iffy. So yeah, guys, so I'll sim through the rest of the season, and I'll show you when the simming's done. So guys, I accidentally skipped the MVP, the defensive player, and the coach of the year awards, but we can always go back to the award section and look back at that. But in the AllNBA first team, we got no one from this top 10 point guard team. And looking at Bradley Beal, he made it to the second team. So I guess Bradley Beal, if there was no John Wall, he could carry a team by himself. And Kevin Durant, he's also in the second team. So I mean, he is a superstar, so it's obvious that he can carry a team. But then Lonzo and D'Angelo Russell in the okay, so this is 2K we're talking about, so it makes sense why. And then we got Paul George in the third team, so he can carry the Oklahoma City Thunder without Westbrook. Now defensive, John Wall, look at that. Our center, John Wall, is in the defensive first team. And then we got, okay, yeah, 2K, man. How you gonna put Harden in the all defensive second team? And then we got Westbrook also in the defensive team. So our bigs of this team, they're actually doing work. John Wall and Russell Westbrook doing work against the bigs. Alright, now in the playoffs, we're the first seed. Our record was 69-13. Oh yeah, hold on, let me show you guys the awards. So looking at our MVP, Harden got MVP, Lonzo Ball got Rookie of the Year, sixth man was Rudy Gay, defensive player was Andre Drummond, most improved player was CJ, somehow, when he won it like 2 years ago. And yeah, that was it. So no one from our team got any of those awards. I'm not sure who Coach of the Year was, but as we look on to the stats, so looking at their stats, we got Steph Curry averaging 14 points with Russell Westbrook and Isaiah Thomas. So of course, when you're in a team full of other stars, your numbers are not going to be the same. So these guys and their actual teams are they're gonna average more stats because they carry their team. They're a huge part of their team. They're the main focus of their team. But look at the rebounds. Russell Westbrook got 8 big sets, and then John Wall, he only has 3, and he played at center. Damian Lillard. Alright, so the rebounding, it's not accurate. Obviously Westbrook's gonna have the most because his stats for rebounding, and since he averaged a triple-double. But yeah, so our shooting, our offense should be good. Yeah, so there was no problems with our offense, but that's why we went 69-13, guys. So simming through the playoffs, let's see, simulate current round, and it should be sweeps. Honestly, it should be sweeps. Oh yeah, hold on, guys. Alright, never mind. But it should honestly be sweeps. So of course the Cavs, they're gonna be the second best in the East still, because we took most of the best point guards are from the West. There's like a couple from the East, but most of them are in the West. So Washington, let's see who they have. Hold on, let me simulate a game. Alright, so look at who they have. They have Bradley Beal and just basically the other Wizards players in the roster. Gortat and Beal, that's probably gonna be their main offense, but they don't have enough defensive power to go against our team, so we should beat them. So now the Cavs, all we took from them is Isaiah Thomas, and they still have D-Rose, they still have Wade, but we already know that the Cavs right now, their defense is bad, so we should still beat them too. Okay, so we sweep them. Alright, so we could sweep the other two better teams, but against the 8th seed Charlotte Hornets, we can lose one game to them? That doesn't make sense. So now we go against the Houston Rockets. We took CP3 away from them. It doesn't really affect their team because CP3, I mean, he's a ball dominant player. But this Houston Rockets team right now is basically the same thing from last year, but they just added CP3 and gave away like Lou Williams and Patrick Beverly, but they weren't that much. They didn't really contribute that much. But simming this NBA Finals, let's see. There's, oh, I was about to say if we're gonna go to Game 7, but yeah. So if the top 10 point guards of the NBA were in the team, they would go 69-13 and win the NBA Finals. And according to 2K, Curry would win the NBA Finals MVP, averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, almost 2 steals, and playing 24 minutes. So yeah, guys, that was a video. Leave your thoughts of what you think the top 10 best point guards of the NBA, and comment down like how good superstar talent is in the team, like how would they do well in the team. But anyways, guys, this is Sean Shorty. Shoots.